listen to Kush and Mike speak. They may be as fashionable as a pair of pink Crocs, but nevertheless, here's Waffle Box.
Yes, welcome back to Waffle Box, episode 232. Coming up this week, we're talking about how to get an orgasm in unfamiliar ways. We're talking about the strangest theme park attraction I can think of. Plus, Kush is going to talk about a movie review and all much more. Kush, I am Mike Fish, and here I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's this man over here, the AI-generated profile picture of the man, but the voice is still there and primed and ready to go. It's Mr. Kush. Hey, Kush, how you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. For just to correct you, this is not an AI generated image. I actually paid a guy on Fiverr to do that. That was
Well, no, they cut though. I am
ago.
going to overlay an AI generated photo
copy.
of you.
Oh,
Spoiler.
well, how dare you?
No.
I'll look over it. Anyway, yeah, we're doing good, man. It's Kush Hayes coming to you with another edition of the Waffle Box with my main man, Mike Fish. It's the best part of Wednesdays. It's the Waffle Box, the original Waffle Box. You accept no substitutions. Coming to you all the way from the future home of the 2027 at WNBA All-Star Game and the 2028 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. I'll work on the rap later. Don't worry about it. But that's all happening. That's been announced since the last time you and I spoke.
That's a hell of a lineup of things.
Dude, it's gonna be cool to be calling myself a three-time All-Star. Hasn't happened yet, so we can't say that. But yeah, man, that's gonna be a thing. It'll be weird if I'm not there, honestly.
Why wouldn't you be there? There ain't no party
Great
without
question.
Kush Hayes.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Ah,
So, other than that, Serb Squad, thank you for tolerating us. I know it's been a few weeks. Again, put it on my fucking tombstone. Life gets in the way, and yeah, man, I can't speak for you, Mike Fish, but again, career is going very strong, so it's complicated to schedule. And then there's been family issues on multiple sides. There was a death in the family. We don't want to get too into that, but we're very sad about it as well, without dwelling on it. But yeah, we're gonna just power through, and we're gonna give the Serb Squad another fantastic 60 to 90 to 2 hours of content here. It's probably gonna be a little shorter today.
maybe. But as they say, less is more. So, if anything, we're technically putting out more episodes than ever in that, if you think of it that way.
Hmm. Okay, sure, that's a theory.
Keep them wanting more. This is the final ever episode where I can know, like, from next week, I will be fully able to say I am in my 40s. I'm no longer 40.
Oh,
I'm going to be in them. I'm going to be
that's
knee
right.
deep in those 40s, baby.
40s hasn't been too bad. There was a pandemic for me, so yeah, that offset a lot.
Oh, fingers
The
crossed.
40s is pretty good. I also find myself not giving as much of a shit, especially the closer I get to 50 now, which is also a terrifying thought. But yeah, um, when I turned 38, I got so annoyed of the whole thing that I just told everyone I was 40. And then I was 40 for 3 years until I finally turned 41. Dead
And
air.
then what happened?
And then I turned 41. What the fuck?
Oh, I thought it was going to be like and then I turned
No,
41.
and,
And
and,
then
and then things stayed the same, but now I was 41. Like,
it's
come on.
all bullshit because it's like whenever they said, "Oh, you're in your 30s now," oh, it's all downhill from here, and it's like,
That was a
it's
big trope like back in the 80s and the early 90s, but now lifespans are even longer. So today's 30 is actually like 55. Like,
and according to the
you and I.
CDC, I just looked it up. The life expectancy for a man living in America is 76 and a half.
Oh,
So on average, I've still got what, another 35 years? Jesus Christ.
mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time.
And you probably won't be able to retire either.
No. Or I'll be
Mm,
like one of those dramatic cops in those movies where I'll just retire and then die 6 months later.
got one day till retirement. Then the dishwasher explodes and glass shoots in your face, and you're like, oh,
I swear, if I'm still like, I love my job, but if I'm still in my job when I'm 76, something went wrong.
what do you want to do when
Somewhere.
you're 76? Where would you like to be?
By a lake, fishing and getting drunk.
All right. Is that the job or is that just you retired?
That's me. No, yeah, no, that, what kind of, I guess, I mean, is there much money in professional fishing?
Not really.
Then
Especially with the
retirement.
especially with the way the lakes and any bodies of water in these United States of the Americas are they're contaminated. All of them.
So
Like
I could be getting big money for catching that four-eyed fish,
four-eyed fish that's full of mercury and it immediately
glows
gives
in the
everybody
dark.
cancer once they sink their teeth into it. Yeah, maybe.
That's the dream, baby. That's the dream.
Mhm.
What else? Anything else been going on? Anything exciting? Anything? If you're not talking about the movie yet, don't hold your horses. But have you seen anything, heard anything interesting in the last 3 weeks?
So the Golden State Valkyries, which I've been working with all summer, they clinched a playoff spot, and then finally, 10th time is the charm. But the day before we recorded this, they finally beat their biggest adversary, the Minnesota Lynx, after 10 competitions over the last 2 years. They finally won one. But this is going to be a preview of the finals coming up in October, I guess. I don't know. All TBD. Um, TV wise, I've been in HBO Max now has the Lanterns TV show, only 2 episodes in, enjoying it. Surprisingly enjoying it. And then Amazon Prime snuck a new season of Reacher on me.
Oh,
I always enjoy the shit out of that. Yeah, there's 4 episodes of that now.
no one's upset with a sneaky reacher.
Ha. I see what you did there.
Hand job joke. Do you know what I saw
What'd you see, buddy?
on is it Amazon Prime? I believe it was on.
Hmm.
It was so they released it as quote unquote number three, but it was like a it was like a movie. It was like a 90 minutes long. But Good Omens 3. Do you ever watch Good Omens?
I feel like I've seen it before, but I also might be thinking about that Kumail Nanjiani movie or Aziz Ansari, excuse me, Aziz Ansari movie with Keanu Reeves from like 6 months ago.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna just for brevity. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
okay.
sorry.
Well, Good Omens it was a TV show, quote
Okay.
unquote, on Amazon for 2 seasons, and then they released number three to wrap up the story. But it was
Hmm.
just like a 90-minute one episode movie, whatever the
All
fuck it
right.
was.
Why not?
But it just follows who's the guys who what's the names in it? Michael Sheen and David Tennant play the main characters.
And I know David Tennant. He
You know
was
Michael
in the
Sheen. Michael Sheen's one of those guys that if you don't know who he is, as soon as you see a picture of him, you're like,
that
oh,
guy.
that guy.
Okay.
He's been in lots of stuff. Do you remember that movie with Chris Pratt where he was in space and he was alone and he selfishly unthawed
Oh,
someone?
I know of that movie. Jennifer Lawrence. I didn't see it, but I
Oh,
know
yes.
of it.
Oh, well, Michael Sheen's in that, so but you didn't see it,
Oh,
so
okay.
never
Well,
mind. But there you go. So yeah, check it out. Good
it's
Omens.
fine. I imagine Michael Sheen is not related to Charlie Sheen or Martin Sheen or any of the Estevezes.
No. I think he's Welsh.
Okay, gotcha.
Um, but and also because it's basically so Michael Sheen plays an angel and David Tennant plays a demon,
Okay, so
but
yeah,
they comedically team up to
oh,
try to stop the world ending. Yada yada yada.
all right, we got to work together. I'll
They
pay
gotta
you
work
up for the
together.
business one time. Yeah.
And I think in
So
season one, Francis McDormand plays God,
oh God,
literally.
no pun intended. So I vaguely remember now a trailer for this where or Mr. Tennant is the devil. I'm literally seeing flashes of that trailer for the first season, but I don't even know if I had Prime at that point. But I'm like, yeah, that's a thing.
Well, if you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's very fun. It's very
Okay,
fun.
okay.
So yeah, life has been going on. The world has still been turning, even though we haven't been recorded. Should we find out what wacky things I've uncovered on the internet since the last 3 weeks?
I would love it. Please.
Sounds good. It's now time for this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Blue.
Bubbles.
Now, as we always say, we do not talk about politics here. We don't talk about politics.
Try
We don't
not
like to
to.
talk about politics. But so with that in mind, I am going to mention some political figures, but it's not. No, stop. I know you're listening. You're thinking, no, stop. We're not going to give opinions on these people. They are just mere characters in this story. This is not a we like them, we don't like them. Push that to one side. When you realize why I'm bringing up this story, you're going to go, oh, of course, even though it has some political figures in it, how could he not talk about this story? Shall we divulge?
We should go further.
So, Health Secretary RFK Jr. or Robert F. Kennedy Jr. By the way, the bridge that's named after his dad that crosses from New Jersey to New York,
Mm.
horrible. I mean, it's a fine bridge, but just getting onto it is a real fucking pain in the fucking ass.
I can
Anyway,
imagine.
so yeah, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And Vice President J.D. Vance are among the senior officials in the White House currently embracing a new diet fad that promises, quote, weight loss, glowing skin, and, quote, nearly orgasmic poops.
Oh no. Yeah, that sounds like a trifecta that either doesn't exist or is not of quality. I don't want to
That's,
orgasm when I poop,
yeah,
which I've
that
told you
is,
has been a thing that has happened. I'm like, oh no, why is that a thing?
I mean, every now and once and again, it would be, oh, that was a nice poop. But every time would get just, it's annoying now. Now I have to clean
It's
up
ruined the
both
dating life I
sides.
don't have already. Yes, that's exactly what you have to do. You have to clean both sides now. No, no bueno.
No es bueno. According to Dr. Sean O'Mara, who developed the eating plan, says it primes the gut to produce bowel movements that are fast, like that. So that's basically diarrhea, odorless, and even wipe free.
Oh, the Phantom.
Now, have you ever had that? Because I
The
have,
Phantom?
right? I
Yes.
have had,
That 1 in 1 millionth shit where nothing is streaking and you're like, I should buy a lotto ticket right now. This is amazing.
but yeah, it's one of those moments where I'm like, should I be happy about this or should I be worried about this?
Happy.
Because it's like, why didn't it hit the sides? What's going on there?
And why is this only happening now and not every other time? Like,
And
what
then
is it?
you're like, what did I eat? I need to continue this. I'm saving the planet with my wipeless poops. Less trees are dying to produce the arse wipes that I use.
It's been a few years since my YouTube feed hosted this advertisement, but some guy in a lab coat pretending to be a doctor goes, "Hey, did you know that you can have wipeless poops if you're just on the right diet?" And then he just blah 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 blah, and then I hit skip ad. But I was like, "Oh, is that supposed to be a thing I can do, like intentionally?" Again, this is like 1 in 1 millionth shit that happens.
Are
We're talking
you
about
just
shit
a
today, folks.
yeah? We're talking about shit today. Are you a purely tissue paper kind of guy, or do you use like those not necessarily dude wipes, but those the wet wipes?
So here at Hayes Manor, we have bidets, and then just to
Oh,
dry off, I use toilet paper, and every now and then I'll be like, "Why is there still a smear on this? Well, I gotta spray some more water up there." Um, However, when I'm outside of the house, if I don't have wet wipes with me, I feel like a fucking animal. Especially now that I have the bidet. Like so, if I'm at a job. If I'm at a movie theater, if I'm just out on the town, like I actually have like a spare pack of wet wipes in my back pocket. Like we're not doing that shit anymore. That's yeah, no. Big fan of hygiene these days, kids. I don't know if you know that.
I'm always concerned because I don't have a bidet,
They're
but I
very
know
cheap.
people that do. But like, oh, yo, so no, what I grew up in my house that we
I hope so.
ended up getting rid
As
of it.
opposed to someone else's house.
Yeah, we ended up getting rid of it, but we had in our bathroom originally there was like the separate bidet.
Okay. See, I don't know how to work those. That's crazy.
So it was like its own, like a reverse water fountain, or almost like
Mm-hmm.
a water fountain, I guess. But it was like,
Mm-hmm.
but just the thought of like shitting into one bowl and then having to kind of like scoochy
Grab crawl.
scoochy, yeah, to a
Yeah, no.
second pot. It just seems bizarre to me. But
I've seen movies in the 80s where that was a thing, especially in like five-star hotels. I'm gonna let you finish your statement here, your thought. But yes.
what I was just gonna say, because now obviously you can just buy things that you can add on to your existing toilet and it creates the
Mm-hmm.
bidet.
Yep, yep,
But
yep.
I'm just often wondering, and to go full circle here, could it not, if it just hits the right spot, we know what we're talking about, guys,
Mm-hmm.
could it not make the post poop orgasmic?
That has not been a thing. However, it when that spurt of water dislodges that one tiny pebble that makes everything else fall out, it's a good feeling. That you're just like, ah. But then there are times where you're like, come on. Like, how strong do I need to make this pressure? Like, why aren't you coming loose? Like, God damn it. Um, but guess what? So there are many styles of bidets. A cousin of mine is a big fan of the bidet, and he was telling me, he was like, yeah, I don't really want to install it in this warehouse that I own now, because I'm not comfortable about the electrical voltage yet. And I was like, what do you mean electrical voltage? Like my thing is just operates with just cold and hot water. It just plugs into the sink stream. The end. That's it. I don't know what he needs. Again, does it like play a tune in Japanese? Does it
Very
say
nice.
"Welcome, user"? Like I don't know what it does. Maybe the heat seats up? Like those are all options you can get, but a
The
very
heated
basic
seat
one.
toilet is amazing.
I bet that's pretty nice. I bet that's
You
pretty nice.
never tried one?
No, no. In fact, I don't even
Oh,
know what the etiquette is on using someone else's bidet. Feels kind of personal.
yeah,
Feels a
I can
little
see it.
personal.
Yeah,
Why
yeah, that'd
not
be
use
weird.
their toothbrush? Like,
What, to clean your asshole after? Oh, that's disgusting.
absolutely.
'Cause- but what is this diet we're talking about? So the emergency medicine physician turned health optimization expert. I fucking hate some of these titles they've got now.
So
He
many
has
adjectives,
he has
unnecessary
followed
adjectives.
his so-called living carnivore diet as opposed to the dead carnivore diet for a decade
Yeah,
and
right.
claims it's transformed his life. Quote, I could have a bowel movement behind a sheet at a dinner party in the corner of the room and nobody would know. Please don't do that.
Oh, please don't.
Because I appreciate what he's
The,
saying in
the,
there.
we,
Hey, I don't
we would
need to
still
wipe my
smell it,
ass.
stupid.
Well, no, he's claiming the poop is odorless. But still,
Fascinating.
at some point at a dinner party, you're gonna be looking over because and you're gonna who's shit in the corner.
There's old Bobby in the corner taking a shit like a goddamn
What
animal.
asshole? Fucking Sean again.
Fucking
Jesus.
Sean.
Because that's the clue. Oh, does it smell? No. Fuck, Sean, clean up your shit.
Sean, we've had this conversation before.
Yeah,
Knock that off. Dude, just the bathroom is
it's
five
right there.
yards down the hall, stupid. First door on the right. Knock that off.
The meal plan in question requires followers to ditch sugar, no
Okay.
alcohol,
Bullshit.
and heavily processed foods in favor of grass-fed meat and fermented fare like sauerkraut and kimchi. Right, I'm a big fan of kimchi. I can give me a bowl of kimchi and I can devour that shit. Love it with my Korean barbecue, beef bulgogi, mm. But there is zero chance that if I switch to grass-fed meat and kimchi as my diet, there's zero chance my shit's not gonna stink. I'm sorry. That's no, no.
Yeah. How many
Bullshit.
times have you been to your Korean restaurant or any other like food restaurant, and then the next day you're having your moment, and you're like, why do I smell beef fried rice all of a sudden? What the fuck?
Why? Do you know what the problem
Oh,
is there?
because
Do
I ate it yesterday.
you know what the problem is about that?
What is it?
It's because even as hard as you try to what these old facial hair follicles, they can trap that shit.
Oh, okay.
You
No, but
see?
I'm telling you, like gas still emits from the back door, and you're like,
Oh,
dude, that smells like yesterday. What the fuck?
if if farts smell exactly like the food you ate, that'd be great.
Oh, well, then you would love spending a day in my body.
You know, it's a childish thing, and I mentioned before, but yesterday we grilled and I had
Hmm.
a nice steak, some
Hmm.
like peppers and sausages on the grill and corn on the cob.
Proper, proper.
Corn is the most fun food to eat. I'm sorry. Because one,
I
it tastes
disagree.
really good if you do it right.
Okay.
But it's just so much fun. Like the next day when you take a shit and you're like, I'm gonna look. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
The
not a
corn just
fan of
goes
that.
straight through you. It's great. So much
Not
fun.
a fan of that.
No?
No.
Now you need to chew it better, I guess, because apparently if it's unchewed, you just swallow the corn cob whole. It can't break down inside you, so it just comes straight back out again.
Are you eating the entire cob too?
No, no. So the corn
Okay.
kernel, the little
Dude.
yellow bit that
Okay,
comes
okay.
off. Yeah,
I just wanted to double check. Just wanted to double check. Okay.
yeah. I don't think there's any other food that comes out looking exactly like it came looking in going in.
I think the top of the ladder is corn. Yeah.
Number
A
one.
little weird.
Okay.
That would be number
Um,
two, actually, but still.
it's the
Number one.
of the
Number two.
um
Hey,
woo,
two, two,
funsy.
2 seconds. That's me applauding you because you can't
Oh,
see me.
sorry. I thought you was like running off for a quick break.
Negative. No, no, I was applauding your joke. That was very funny.
Well, now I need to find. Fuck it, never mind. You know, the jingle's all fucked, so there's no golf clap jingle for now. Anyway, what's been going on over in the UK?
Lots
Um,
of nonsense, I bet.
some family theme park is facing criticism over a new children's ride,
Uh-oh.
which is modeled after the Titanic.
Oh, I heard about this. I didn't even send you this, but I heard about it and hilarious.
It's so the attraction features a replica ship. I hope so. Boarding passes for the little kiddies
Hmm.
and slides that simulate the vessel's sinking.
Hmm.
So you kiddies can pretend that you're evacuating a sinking ship and running scared for your life. Fun. To make it really authentic, the slide should go into like ice water, like a reverse bucket challenge.
Hmm.
Parents called it disrespectful. Too soon? Too soon?
Hmm.
I think is there anyone alive that survived the Titanic still? Because Rose,
No,
she was getting on when she filmed that documentary with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I think it's safe to say though they have all passed on now. All the
Then,
survivors have passed on.
then we are we not we still can't be disrespectful now? Is it? They can't
You
hear
know,
me.
people are sensitive about that stuff, even when they're people are offended for other people when they don't need to be. In fact, you'd be surprised how often someone goes like, "That's not right," and then the person they're like trying to protect was like, "No, that shit didn't bother me at all. Maybe knock that shit off, bitch. Get out of my face."
It's because like if you don't like you're within your rights to not like the tone of a
Oh,
Titanic theme ride, just don't go on it.
100%.
Just
Yep.
walk past it. Like, don't get me wrong. Again, if we're talking about our people, like if someone who went through that incredibly traumatic experience and just about got out with their life, but they watched as their loved one died because they couldn't fit on the door, even though there was plenty of room for them, right? And they saw a playground make look like the Titanic, it could trigger that. I could get it. They'd be like, "What the fuck? That's but no, right?" It was much bigger than that. But Just move on. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
And then just to heighten the overreaction, some compared the ride to a Twin Towers themed attraction.
Oh,
It's not the same because one
that
was
actually may
just
still be a little too soon.
that one that's still soon or 20. It's although it's sneaking up 25 years ago.
25
That's
years.
crazy.
25 years next week.
Yeah, no, 2 weeks time.
2 weeks, excuse me. Yeah, yeah,
Anyway, it
yeah.
doesn't matter. The point stands. 25 years, crazy. But you can't compare one person going, "Oopsie, didn't see that iceberg. It was too soon, too late," to what happened during the Twin Towers.
Mhm.
Slightly two different disasters. I don't think they're comparable, but whatever. The park initially apologized and said it would rename the attraction. I think that's a rose by any other name, as they say. I think
It's
it's
still that I
there,
bet you made Leo DiCaprio drown.
right? Yeah, look at that. That's a step connection I didn't even realize I made. But later reversed the course after receiving a significant report for keeping the Titanic name. Let me guess, Twitter. Players like, cancel culture again. Cancel culture. Blah, blah, blah. You should keep the name. I want my Redskins. Those kind of people, I imagine. The manager argued that only a handful of visitors had complained and that Titanic has become a widely recognized term, yeah, for disasters. Like, there's no one has ever gone, oh, that party was so good. It was Titanic. That's not a thing. It's not a positive term.
Since you bring it up, you're 100% correct.
Me? Look at that. It
Yes,
finally
you.
took 232 episodes. Nailed it.
Hmm. I think you've been
Yeah.
right before, but yeah, in this one case, yeah, man, 100% correct.
God damn it. Where's that golf clap jingle? But there you go. So if you ever want to travel to England, I don't know exactly where it is, but you can pretend that you're on the Titanic at a UK family theme park. Finally,
I,
oh, what's up? What's up? What's up?
going back to the Titanic theme park. So I have a whole side family. There's no blood, there's no marriage, but family is family. Anyway,
You got a
I got a
side
whole
family?
side. I
You're
have a side
cheating on your
family.
current family?
Sure,
You
we'll
dirty
go with that.
dog.
I know. Anyways, they're all Jewish. And the mom one day sent the three kids. This is the 1980s, so I'm like 3 or 4, and I don't know any of this stuff until like the 90s. Um, the mom of the family sent her 2 or 3 kids to this summer camp for Jewish kids. Like,
Right.
it's gonna be fun. You're gonna meet a bunch of kids just like you. And you're gonna learn how to mingle and and make connections and blah. Upon dropping those children off, those children will find out like not only is this not necessarily a summer camp, or maybe it is, but it's a terrible definition because it was simulating a Nazi prison camp.
No.
So yeah, they got to wear potato bags. Um, they're like, this is what your ancestors went through, and all that shit. And then finally, like the oldest male cousin, like figured out a way to escape. Like he had to like literally crawl under like barbed wire and bullshit, and then get to a phone and call his mom and go like, "Mom, you don't know where the fuck you just dropped us off." And she went, "What?" That, by the way, that place doesn't exist anymore because it's been 45 years. However, that's the story I was told, and I was like, "What?" Even like at 12 and 13, when I didn't really fully understand all that other stuff, I'd be like, "Why would that be a thing?
Yeah,
Why
just
would you
go to a
make that a thing?"
museum.
You can go to a museum. You can absolutely go to a
I don't want
museum.
to live through it.
Read a book. There was definitely some misdirection there because again, the parents didn't know that's what they were putting their kids into, and then the kids had to figure out shit because they were scared for their lives. They're
I
like, "Oh my
bet.
God, we actually might get gassed in like 72 hours. This ain't okay."
Okay, kiddies, who's ready for their tattoo? Pick
Mm,
your number. Click. Crazy. Whose idea was that and who thought it was a good idea?
probably some white woman.
Fucking.
Probably some uppity white woman who was like, people need to know about this, and they need to experience it.
In more light-hearted news,
Yes, that great segue. Thank you.
um, builders that were renovating an old brewery in Belgium made an astonishing discovery whilst digging to install a sewer pipe. A hidden hoard of gold coins and bars
Ooh,
that are roughly worth $10.4 million.
ooh. They
Uh,
turned
the,
it back in, didn't they?
you know it. The workers initially thought they'd found €1 coins before realizing the treasure was genuine gold. The stash was turned over to the police. Like,
I mean, to be fair, like, what are you gonna do to get rid of those things? Like,
but I mean, if you're renovating a brewery, at best,
it should be like a salvager's. Like, you found it, it's yours. Like you get to turn it in, and you could turn all that metal into money.
like you just kind of, because it might belong to the owners of the brewery. Maybe they hid it, forgot about it. But then you kind of lie and be like, hey,
Yes.
hey, owners of the brewery, hey, we were just installing this pipe and we found $1 million worth of gold. Is it yours? In worst case, they say yes. Oh, here's $1 million. You keep nine. Tracks is done. Because they're not gonna. If it wasn't really theirs, or if it was really theirs, then they'll know how much. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Was there a
Um,
South African man who kept declaring diplomatic immunity?
I love gold.
No,
Ah,
two different
good
movies.
stuff. I know, but movies are fun. Um, its
They are.
original owners remains unknown, although, and this is when you get real experts that are in the knowledge. Although a historian suspects that the gold found at the old brewery may have belonged to a local brewing family. Shit.
Yeah, what were the odds of that?
Yeah, right? Fucking nailed that. Boom. Under
Thank you,
Belgian
Sherlock
law,
Holmes.
yeah,
Please,
under
please.
Belgian law, the rightful owner has 5 years to claim it. Although, how the
Oh,
fuck are they going to prove it? Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
right.
here's pictures of me with the gold on holiday.
Wouldn't it be great if they were doing like hip hop photos where they're like just throwing up the double deuces and squatting and like they got the fucking Ray-Bans on and a bandana and like, uh, it-
That's our goal. See? Proof. But otherwise, the fine could eventually be divided between the discoverer and the property owner,
mhm.
which I think is fair. But it should 5 years?
5 years is a long time to wait for a bounty. But also at the same time, again, like you find all those coins, you don't tell anybody, Mike Fish. You
Nope.
also your jacket's a little heavier that day. Like, hey, Mike, you have like 3 rounds of lunch today. Like, what's going on with you, buddy? Like, you're looking a little thicker than normal. Like, especially for you. And then you like, what do you say? Like, how do you get out of that? Like, and then once you get home with all that booty, what do you do with it? Because you can't take it to the bank. You can't put it in your account. You can't like also like
Can you not get it in a so it's in Belgium. They're in Belgium, right? So it's pretty just put it in a car and drive to Switzerland.
okay.
Do they
This,
have they have banks that love taking gold, right?
there are bank accounts in the Swiss Alps, yes, sir.
But then they just store the
Traditionally known
gold.
as Swiss bank accounts.
There we go. I knew it was there. But yeah, I don't know who like just imagine going to there was those commercials like we buy gold. I'll give you old watches, old
Oh
necklaces,
God,
we'll give you the money now. Just
yeah,
going
I've
with all
seen
these
those before.
fucking bars. Wrong. Take that.
So we'll give you 18 cents a pound. Like
Yeah.
what?
Those porn stars we can say. So what are you looking for this? About $10 million. I'll give you
Best I can
two
do
hundred
for you is
bucks.
about 130,000. See, what happens is I have to put it in its place, and then I gotta let it sit. and then I gotta find a guy that actually know how to liquidate it. And so you see, it's a lot more to me than it is to you. So the best I can do is 130,000.
Um, but there you go. It's different, but like you definitely keep it. Like it's different because just for my conscience, like if I find a wallet, even if it's got like a big, wads of like $100 bills, oh shit, there's a couple of grand in here.
Mhm.
If it has an ID in it, like my conscience would be like,
Mhm.
fuck it, I'm gonna hand it in. Fuck.
That just means you were raised right. I went through a similar incident a couple years ago. I was at an I was working an A's game, an Oakland Athletics game. I forget who the visiting team was, whatever. I'm walking through the production site, which is two production trailers, tons of cables, this, that, and the other things you could trip over, blah, 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 blah. And I see some cash on the ground. It's wrapped in a one. So I'm like, oh, okay. I found like $3. That's gonna be nice. Pick it up. Oh no. No, Mike Fish. I actually found like $102.
Boom.
And then like I just start talking to the other people. I was like, hey, Joel. If I asked you how much money was in your pocket right now, just go with me on this, by the way. What would you say? And he went like, I got like $23. I was like, well, it's not you. And then I went to the other guy and I was like, hey, buddy, same question. And he was like, I don't carry any cash on me. I'm all plastic. Like, okay, it's not you. Finally, a guy like just saw me and he was like, hey, man, I think I lost some cash. Now, this guy could just totally be bullshitting me. But when I'm like, well, how much money do you have? He was like, I got $150. I was like, that's close enough. Here you go. The next month,
And
this
then he was like, great,
man,
now I have 250 bucks. Thanks, Kush. And he skipped away.
he could have totally got away with that if he did. But like, I was like, someone's missing his money. Like, it was just $3. Who gives a shit? But we're talking triple digits here. Someone's gonna miss this. Someone needs this. By the way, that man rewarded me the next month with 10 pounds of beef jerky.
Boom.
And I was like, you know what? Fair trade. I love it. Thank you. I was not
But
expecting that. I just wanted you to take a cab home or whatever you were supposed to do. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's why I know it was his money.
for me though,
Or maybe he's still full of shit. I don't know. But
yeah,
guess what?
that's
That
why, because
happens.
he's but for me, if it was like just bills with nothing else
Mhm.
on it, I would have probably just kept it in my pocket and said nothing. And then if someone comes to me like, hey Mike, shit, I dropped like $100. Did you find it? Then I'm go, yeah, here it is. But I wouldn't say anything.
I'm
Because
absolutely
you think
convinced
in
because
that
of that.
surrounding, because you're surrounded by people, co-workers, yada yada yada. At some point, someone's going to notice they're missing that money and say something.
Yeah. hmm
But if they don't,
I'm 100% convinced because of my actions, I've actually gotten more work out of it. And
oh,
by
there
the
you
way,
go.
like,
Positive karma.
there's so many times where you're like, they're paying me for this? Mike Fish, if when I'm at the Giants game, I'll take a nap for 4 hours once I get my shit done. Like, there's a huge gap for me. And I'll just like go, all right, got everything done. I don't have to do anything before the ninth inning. Have a nap.
It's
And
great to
then
be
no
paid to
one will
sleep.
bother me either. Like, I'll sleep in front of everybody. And then we're like, Kush earned that. Kush earned that nap. Good for him.
Where do you nap? Do
We
you nap
love
like
Kush.
sitting down, or do you like lay something on the floor?
No, I sit in a chair. Sometimes I'm in the press box, which probably isn't cool. But then if I just take a nap under the trucks, and like again, you've had a hard time visualizing what this means when I concussed myself last summer, but I just sit in a chair, put my shades on, and then just By the way, I'm easily disrupted, so it's not the greatest nap in the world, but it's a nap. I don't have to do shit. Like so much downtime. What else am I gonna do? Watch the game, please.
It is the Oakland A's. No one gives a shit.
Well, we're also talking about the San Francisco Giants.
Oh,
But anyways.
the former New York Giants. So we slightly care about those. Anyway, so Kush achieved something there by sneaking in a little paid nap. Love that. But who else has achieved things? It's now time to find out in this week's
Dumb
World
World
Record
Records.
of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Even with the audio, just I still do the shoulder shimmy.
As you
You
should.
can't see it, but you'll have to take my word for it. It's still a hot track, Mike.
Thank you, sir. And still undetected for this.
Still undetected.
Still undetected. It's great
Bigger
stuff.
shows have been brought down for smaller things.
I think it's because I snuck in the Friends voices, so maybe that helped. I don't know.
When you
YouTube
originally
algorithm.
presented that to me 300 plus episodes ago, I went, oh my god, we're only going to get copyright infringements. What? Hasn't been a thing.
Thank you, Kelly's. Have you ever wondered who could pop the most balloons in 30 seconds with a plunger?
Yeah.
Well, today is your lucky day. Because German man Andre Ortolf broke the Guinness World Record for popping the most amount of balloons with a plunger in 30 seconds.
Question, is he doing this, is he using his hands for the plunger, or is he using other orifices?
Oh, behave, Christopher. But no, he is double fisting that plunger.
Copy that.
Like a stabbing Jason. But
Make
what's
that
even
into a GIF, kids.
yeah. What's even more impressive is that he popped 60 balloons to break the record, which was 23, the previous record.
Oh, shattered it.
Yeah. But what's even more impressive is that he actually completed the attempt in only 24 seconds, so he could have popped even more balloons.
Oh, wow. I thought this was like a minute long thing.
Sorry,
Okay,
no, yeah,
like
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. And he
60
did it in
balloons
24.
in 30 seconds.
Still impressive. Wildly impressive. Amazingly
Although-
impressive.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty, because what's that, 60 and 24 seconds, so that's like just over 2 balloons per second, which is, that's a lot of pumping.
2.5 per second. Yes, sir.
But they are double-sided taped to the floor, so it's not like they can escape.
Sure.
It's like literally like shooting fish in a barrel.
I'm not mad at that.
But you know, it's still
But-
impressive. But he just
Again,
needs to get
the-
more balloons.
The question that still comes up is, why did we think we needed to do this? And then how many times do we have to attempt this before we went like, we got today, Langfish, 60 of them, 24 seconds. Let's go. It's
quite bizarre, sir.
This is always a bizarre segment. Again, every 96% of these stories always end in like, why did they think they needed to do this?
What was, there's nothing more satisfying than popping a balloon. There's nothing more satisfying than unclogging a toilet. What if I
I'd say
combine the
bubble
two?
wrap. But yes, your story.
Bubble wrap is fun as well. But no, have you, like, maybe I'm thinking, but you know, when like the toilet is blocked and you're plunging, and then you just see it go down. Yes!
It is.
Nailed
It's
it.
exhilarating only because it's terrifying that you might not unclog that toilet.
It's like you're living on the edge.
Yeah, right.
Another satisfying daily task, or not daily task, as we have discussed on this show before, is power washing or jet wash, whatever you want to call it. Power washing. Have you ever power washed?
Yeah, they actually had one of those do-it-yourself car wash gimmicks, like 35 years ago. And then I was like, look at me, I'm a Ghostbuster. Yeah.
That's exactly, yeah. I always listen to the Ghostbusters music when I'm doing it. But not gonna give too, but I was doing it at work the other day, right? I was like power washing our loading dock.
All right. Good for you.
Because I was bored out my brains.
I relate.
And then someone, a member of the kitchen team, decided they would help by pouring cleaning product on the thing. I was like, oh, thanks very much. So shh. And then as I was doing it, I started to notice white spots appearing on my jeans.
Oh.
And I was like, what if I could just put it? What did you put in there? And he goes, oh, bleach. I was like, what if I could do that? Well, I did. I went that high pitch. I was like, now I'm just going to continually bust his balls. And then I'm going to clip this and I'm going to send it to him. I'm like, see? I'm telling the whole world. I'm snitching on you.
You still need to understand the definition of snitching. However, I get why you'd be upset about bleach spraying on your jeans because that's going to look awkward later.
I mean, luckily for me, I just buy cheap jeans from like Primark. So it's not the end of the world if I just toss them out, or they just become my chore. They round the house chore jeans.
Okay. That's nothing wrong with that. But again, props to you for just going like, I got a lot of downtime. I'm not doing anything else. I can actually just sweep the deck here or power wash in your situation. Like, guess what? I did that shit too last year, and everyone was like, what is happening here? I used a broom. I didn't use a power washer, but yeah, I just swept the loading dock because I was bored.
Why not?
I had tons of time. Why not? And you know what? Kind of soothing. It's kind of soothing. And then guess what?
When you see the dirt vanish away, oh yeah, and you can write your name in it if you want. You can draw a penis if you want.
Right. But then guess what? Someone like, we need Kush more on this team because he's a go-getter.
Yeah.
And no one asked me to do that shit. No one told me to do it. No one suggested it. No one passively aggressive. Like, what if you just swept the deck? Like, everyone was just like, no one does this. We need to make an example of this.
Yeah, I used to do this.
No one else is doing it either.
Back when I was a pirate, I was always sweeping the deck. Although I was swabbing it more in those days. Arr.
Well, a swab is a mop. We're using the broom. I even went out of my way and bought a leaf blower.
Ooh, they're fun too.
Leaf blower, fantastic idea in theory. Delicate in execution. Absolutely nobody can be around me when I use that thing. Because guess what? One, it's just blowing the shit in the air now. It's getting it off the floor, but it's still blowing shit in the air.
Yep.
So I've probably breathed in all that dust. But yeah, I had a couple executions where like all of a sudden I started blowing schmutz on people's bags. They didn't appreciate that, Mike.
No.
They didn't appreciate that. No, and guess what? I didn't blame them. And I went like, we need to rethink this strategy.
Just blow their bags.
I tried that. Not a good resolution.
But also, if you're one of the dangers, if you're doing leaf blowing outside, where typically leaves are, if there's even like a slightest breeze, just don't bother. Wait for another day, because it's nothing infuriating when you're blowing leaves and then nature is just blowing them back.
When I'm at Oracle Park, it is the challenge of Sisyphus. I'm pushing that rock all the way up the hill, and then the gods just push it down the other end, and then I'll push it back up the hill. And the guys are like, fuck that, and then they'll transmit me back to the bottom. And then I'll push it up the hill, and then like my knee will give out, and it'll just fall back down the hill. Like it is the challenge of Sisyphus. So I'm being sparing with how I do it, but I still do it.
Well, there you go, kids. That's chore talk here on Waffle Box. But yeah, leaf blowing, power washing. Super fun. Unblocking a toilet, super exhilarating. And congratulations to Andre Ortolf for taking his plunging skills, his double fisting skills, and turning it into a world record for popping 60 balloons in 24 seconds. Anyway, it's now time, because it is, as we all know, this podcast comes out on August 26th. We are only a few days away from the greatest day which is my birthday. But other people are
Yay.
celebrating their birthday, and they're kind of famous a little bit, like me. But let's find out how old they are in a game that we like to call Celebrity Birthday. A Blackjack.
Place your bets. It's now time for Birthday Blackjack.
I also like to live
so sad.
dangerously.
I just realised for the first time, we've been using those jingles for a while, especially the updated ones for about a couple of months now. There's now 2 Austin Powers references in our jingles.
Oh, you just...
I've just realised, I just put 2 and 2 together. Hey, wait a minute, I used Austin Powers in the movie review one as well that's coming up.
Yeah, for like 4 years now, minimum.
Subconsciously love that character, apparently.
Hey, you love
this
the
is
character.
He's a British icon. Celebrity Birthday Blackjack, yes. How do we play this game? Well, it's an interactive game where you can play along at home as well. So I'm going to give Kush 5 celebrities that are celebrating their birthday on the day of this podcast released, August 26th. And then Kush has to guess how old they are. How's the score worked out? Well, it's basically the margin of error. If a celebrity is 54 and he guesses 57, he's 3 out, so he scores 3 points for that celebrity. If he is fortunate enough to guess the celebrity's age spot on,
Perfect.
and he gets to deduct 5 points from his overall score, which costs 5 celebrities, has to be kept at 21 or below, hence why it's called Celebrity Birthday Blackjack. As said, you can play along at home. If you want to let us know your score, let us know in the comment section below or on Twitter at Waffle Box. Kush, your 2026 record currently 4-12.
Oh, Jesus. God, so I've only... What was that, a quarter? Was that a third? It's a quarter.
No, it's a
quarter.
fifth.
It's a fifth?
Your
Worse.
batting average is 0.2.
0.2. Okay.
So for
You know,
every
people go in
5
the Hall of
games,
Fame with
yeah.
0.2.
Huh? I don't know why. I didn't quite hear what you said in my AirPods, but instinctively I'd still put my ear closer to the screen. Huh? Just in case that was the problem.
I do the same thing when I was watching Narcos. 80% of that TV show is in Spanish, but then they'll say something super dramatic, and then you just lean into the screen and turn the volume up, and then like, son of a bitch, I don't speak Spanish. I'm reading the goddamn subtitles. Anyways, let's go to number 1.
Oh, I must have got the wrong jingle. We've lost our bed music, but whatever, we'll power through it. Power through.
Number 1.
Comedian who starred in Mike and Molly, Bridesmaid, Identity Theft, and other things. Miss Melissa McCarthy. How old is Melissa McCarthy today?
She's a very funny lady. She's actually even a better dramatic actor than people give her credit for. My favoriteest movie of her is, oh God, it's so obscure. Like I'm already forgetting the title of it. It was like, don't tell anybody or whatever. She starts forging letters of her favorite authors and then selling them to antiquaries so that she can pay the rent because
Smart.
she's just not a good writer. Anyways, it's one of my favorite movies that I don't remember the title of. Melissa McCarthy. Taking a deep breath here. Because I need to punch through this board. 53.
You think
McCarthy is
Melissa
53.
McCarthy is 53?
Yes, sir.
Let me write that down. 53. She is 56.
Hey! One
Not
of the better
bad.
openers. One of the better openers this season.
Which spookily, because I gave him the example that you were 3 years out, you are 3 years out. So you have indeed scored 3 points.
Number 2.
Spooky.
Number 2.
The one and only Mr. Kevin McAllister. He has starred in other things, but I couldn't name them. Macaulay Culkin. Oh, My Girl. He was in My Girl, of course. Famously died when a gang of bees decided to off him.
He can't see without his glasses. He can't see without his glasses. I think that was one of the first not the first scene, but it was one of the first scenes where I just openly cried. Like, he can't see without his glasses. The first movie I cried at was when Atreyu's horse Artax died in the swamp of sadness. You're like,
it's a never-ending movie.
never ending sadness. Anyways, yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
I don't think that dude is much older than me. So I'm going to say he is 50. 50 proper.
30. He's actually younger than that. He's 46 years
Oh,
old.
he's younger than me? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Good for him. Good for him.
good for him. Which is 4 out, so that
5.
takes your score up to 7. Still
A
respectable.
7?
Yeah, you was 3 out the first time, 4 out the second time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I
6,
just said
7.
I said 50 and you said
46.
oh, okay. Okay, excuse me.
Maybe put your head closer
There
to
must
the
be some
screen. So you
there
can...
must be some wax in my earbuds. And okay,
Ugh.
okay.
We're all having fun. We're all having fun.
Number
Yeah, we're having
3.
fun.
Actor that played Captain James T. Kirk, but not as good as William Shatner. Also, I think he was in Wonder Woman and other such things. Mr. Chris Pine. How old is Chris Pine?
Chris Pine is significantly
Not
younger
my
than the previous
James T.
two.
Kirk. Hashtag.
Oh, really? You know what? I loved him as James T. Kirk.
It's something seductive about the Shatner.
You know, don't deny the Shatner.
Don't deny the Shatner.
And we're not hating on the Shatner. We love the Shatner.
No, we're not. Team Shatner,
But we're
baby.
talking about Chris Pine here.
Yes.
Oh, geez, he's significantly younger than the previous two entries. 41 years old.
41 years old.
Yeah, I strained on that one.
He is
Flash.
the exact same age as Macaulay Culkin. He is 46 years old.
Damn. Dude.
Right?
Okay.
Chris Pine definitely looked after. He has a better skin.
He's a good-looking 46.
Yeah, he looks
Macaulay
after
Culkin partied
himself
hard.
better. He did. Bless him. Do you know what? It's quite remarkable, not to go too off beat, but considering how incredibly famous he was as a young lad, the fact he's done all right for himself. He's not that out of it. He seems pretty level-headed whenever I hear him speak.
Compared to other child celebrities, and we're talking
Like
about Macaulay Culkin
Those
here.
cunts from the Goonies, half of them are batshit.
Well, I mean, Corey Feldman for sure, but like the guy who played not Chunk. Yeah, Chunk. Chunk's an entertainment lawyer. He's still probably a little obese.
Oh, and
But
then
that
what's his
guy, like,
face?
just
The
went-
guy who did 4. What's his face?
4?
Not Thor. Thanos, sorry. Thanos.
James Brolin. James
He did
Brolin,
alright.
yeah, he's a middle-aged man now, but I think he's just a middle-aged man. I don't think he partied too hard.
I mean, he was way
Or
older.
maybe
Not
he's
way
got better
older.
genes
He was.
where he just absorbed it better. I don't know.
He does have good genes.
Yeah.
That jawline. Oh,
Yeah.
talk about orgasmic poops. Anyway, where were we?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Thank you. This man, he bankrolls strip clubs nationwide, and also apparently he also dabbles in some basketball from time to time. James Harden. How old is James Harden?
So I know that name. I don't know he bankrolled strip clubs, but
He
yeah,
loves strip clubs in the towns he plays in. Oh,
Him
nothing
and
against
Strip
that,
Club.
but yeah,
We
that's
did
what he's known
strip club
for.
review once upon a time, so
Exactly.
him and I should hang out.
Fuck yeah.
Was he on the Warriors once upon a time?
He's been on a lot of fucking teams. I remember, like,
He's on a
even
lot
at
of
some
teams.
point, he was on the
Fair,
Brooklyn
fair,
Nets. If you can believe that. He has played for, Jesus, he has played the Oklahoma City Thunder, Houston Rockets, Brooklyn Nets, the 76ers, the Clippers, and the Cavaliers.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's the guy with the unibrow.
Does he have a unibrow? I know he has a big
I
old
mean,
bushy
I
beard.
imagine you're looking at a photo of him right there too.
The one photo I saw did not feature a unibrow.
Okay, then that's not him. I'm thinking of a different guy. I'm thinking of a different cat. James Harden, 38 years old.
38 years old. Was that a stab
I'm
in the
probably
dark?
going over on that one.
Well, it's a respectable stab in the dark. He is 37. Ooh, 1 out. Which means going into the final celebrity, you are scoring 13 points. So you have an 8-year wiggle room that you're allowed for some victory.
I'm actually nervous.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Comedian and member of SNL's Five Timers Club. And for those not sure, that basically means he has hosted it at least 5 times.
There's a bunch in there now.
Yeah, there's a bunch in there now. Mr. John Mulaney.
I didn't know John Mulaney was in the Five Timers Club. John Mulaney cheated on his wife with Olivia Munn. Cannot blame him. Then got Olivia Munn pregnant. Good for you. And then had divorced his regular wife. He was also going like, I was dealing with some cocaine addictions. All right.
He
Anyway,
did.
John
He
Mulaney.
did go through a phase where he loved the cocaine.
He loves the cocaine, John Mulaney. John Cocaine.
Hey.
All right, that was dumb. 38. He's not a very old man. He's relatively young, but 38.
38 years old.
That's what Kush said.
Remember, if you're 8 years out, either way, you're a winner. You guessed 38 for John Mulaney. He is
Fingers crossed.
40.
You win.
Hey!
So you were 6 years out, taking your final score to 19, taking your record up to 5-12. Don't call it a comeback.
I won't, because it's not.
No.
But a win is a win. And
Win
we're
is a
happy
win.
to have a win here. And yay.
So congratulations, Kush. You're going to Disneyland. Until next week.
Hmm.
There you go. If you were playing along, let us know your scores in the comment section below or Twitter at Waffle Box. But for now, it's now time for Kush to take center stage and for me to kind of fall asleep with my eyes open.
How dare you?
How damn you. It's now time for a segment that we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
All right then.
Oh, that's your third Austin Powers reference.
Kush's movie review.
I'm just gonna go watch a movie.
Wait, what was the other one? So we got
Number 4.
the birthday blackjack. I don't know, danger. I like to play dangerously. And then this one, number 2. Where's the third one?
We just heard it, and then we heard a fourth one.
Wait, okay, where are all of the right?
Dude,
So-
you gotta look at the music bed yourself. But I'm telling you, we got like 40. We got 4 of these things, and that's not a problem. I'm just saying, based on what we talked about 10 minutes ago,
crazy.
You got 4 references to Austin Powers. Not a complaint.
Let us know if you call them all like Pokemon. Let us know in the comment section below. Anyway, this week's Kush's movie review is Mutiny. Mutiny stars Jason Statham as Cole Who Gives a Fuck. The plot sees something bad happen to Statham or someone he cares about, resulting in him talking in a really gruff voice on a comedically small cell phone
was a
before
great
going on
impersonation.
a murderous rampage to the end. How accurate was Maya?
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I had to say it while you were talking, and I'm glad you powered through it, but that was a great impression. How
you.
brief it was, still a great impression.
Anyway, let's talk about the movie.
We're talking about Mutiny. It's rated R. I really don't know why, but it's rated R. 95 minutes. It's kind of long. Kind of long for 95 minutes, but it's also forgettable. We'll get more into that later. This is directed by a Frenchman named Jean-Francois Richet. He does a lot of French films, if you can figure that out for yourself. But the biggest thing that the average American would know him for is the 2005 remake of John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13, which, by the way, was only okay. That's going to be a pattern here, folks. Pay attention. This is written by two folks named Lindsay Michelle and J.P. Davis. Fun fact, J.P. Davis wrote this script to be a sequel to the movie Plane with Russell Crowe and the guy who played Luke Cage, whose name escapes me at this moment. It was going to be called Ship. And then Russell Crowe went like, yeah, I'm not doing that bullshit. And then and then they were like, all right, I guess we'll call it a mutiny, and we'll hire Jason Statham. Stars Jason,
Love it.
and Annabelle Wallace. Annabelle Wallace, I don't know what she's been in behind this. She's also only okay in this. And then everyone else is some sort of international actor that I'm not familiar with. And I think this movie was originally made, despite trying to be a sequel to Plane, I think it was just made for an international audience and somehow found United States distribution. Guess what, Mike Fish? As usual, you're correct. This is about Jason Statham going out of his way for a vengeance because, well, he was a bodyguard to a very wealthy Indian billionaire, multi-billionaire, whatever, businessman. And that guy is getting ready to retire. He's going to pass down all of his businesses down to his son. And for some reason, that leads to that man's assassination. The dad, not the son. By the way, you'll never guess who the bad guy in this is. Anyways, this is a very forgettable film. I watched it. Again, it's a long 95 minutes. Not terribly long, but at the same time, you're just like, we're still doing this shit, huh? It's like Die Hard on a ship that isn't Steven Seagal's whatever that was. Why is that fucking movie forgetting? Under Siege. It's not Under Siege. Jason Statham fucks up his position. His the guy he was supposed to be bodyguarding gets murdered, and then he was like, "Well, I'm going to go on the ship that he used to own. He doesn't own it anymore, but I'm going to go on that ship and I'm going to see what's going on there." And then sure enough, he finds an entire cargo container filled with people being human trafficked. I can only imagine the smell. Terrible, terrible, terrible environments for these people. Anyways, after that, he starts murdering everybody. The Coast Guard comes in, the U.S. Navy comes in, blah, 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 blah. It's not really much more to it than that. However, while I'm watching it, I was like, I feel like this is like based on a book or based on some story. Like, I feel like there's some sort of like cadence or canon behind this. And sure enough, This was supposed to be a sequel to Plane, which again was going to be Ship. Two also terrible fucking titles, but they called it Mutiny for whatever. So, anyways, long story short, the movie is fine. It's only fine. There's nothing special about it. Um, Bunch of international folks, even for Jason Statham, they're like, "We're gonna give you money to be in the movie." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, bro. What about it?"
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
And he did, and it was fine. And I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm looking forward to Beekeeper 2 because that movie was so goddamn ridiculous and actually made so much money. And I'm like, yeah, I want to see more what the Beekeeper does. So, long story short, this is an unenthusiastic 2 out of 5. Um, it's only okay. Go watch. I forget if it's an MGM movie, which means it would be on Amazon Prime. I don't know what streaming service it's going to be on in 4 weeks, but it'd be better on your streaming service than it would be to spend your time in a movie theater. It's generic. It's very generic. It's a generic Statham film, and Statham filmed that geezer teaser genre where he'll just accept any offer and he'll
Right.
make that movie, and he's probably on set for maybe a week. It's okay. It's okay. The movie is not asking a lot of them, and he is not giving a lot of himself. It's fine. 2 out of 5.
But if you're rating, okay, so it's 2 out of 5 for Mutiny. But if you were rating it on the Jason Statham, like just if the best Jason Statham movie is a 5 and the worst is obviously a 0, where does it rank, on the Jason Statham scale? If you didn't say it, you know what I'm saying? Because some
I
people
mean,
just enjoy Jason Statham movies, you know what I'm
sure.
saying? For what they are. So would that change the score? Just out of interest.
Uh, that's a very good question. I would need to think a little bit more on it, but my knee-jerk reaction is no. No, it's still 2 out of 5. It
I mean,
just
because he has been in some bangers of like
it's been in some
crazy,
great
stupid
films.
action movies.
A lot of fun films. This is not one of them. The dork next to me, 2 seats over, cackling his ass off during the third act. Quiet as quiet as silk during the first hour. That last 30 minutes, he's laughing his ass off and having a great time. But I'm just like, that's all right. Well, you're clearly in the handicap section like me, so you're not okay, dude. Uh, we're not trying to judge that guy either, but at the same time, just like, no, this isn't a good movie. It's only okay. It's going to be very forgettable. In 3 months, you're going to go like, remember we saw Mutiny? And be like, no, I do not. And we're like, you did a whole review of that. Like, did I? Meh. Are you sure I didn't do a review for Super Troopers 3? By the way, also not a good movie.
That's what I said. Spoiler. Like when last week originally it was supposed to be Super Troopers 3, and
Mm-hmm.
my reaction was something along the lines of they seriously made a third one. I calling it now,
Mm-hmm.
2 out of 5. Would it have been 2 out of 5?
1 of 5.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Even I overplayed it.
And I like those guys. I like those guys a lot.
The
And
the
before
first Super
that, I would
Troopers is a
even
lot
said
of
their worst
fun.
movie was better. The first Super Trooper movies is great.
Like who
And
wants a
when I was
mustache
telling
ride?
when I was telling people about Super Troopers 3, they were like, well, I didn't like Super Troopers 2. And I was like, Super Troopers 2 is a masterpiece compared to part 3. Okay.
I don't think that's going
Like,
to help
but by the
convince them
way,
to watch it.
I laughed my ass off during Super Troopers 2. I didn't want Super Troopers 2. I'd rather they just made another original movie, but you gotta work, and you gotta work with the producers, and the producers wanted a Super Troopers 2, and they clearly wanted a Super Troopers 3. Part 2 is superior to part 3. And by the way, by part 3, they're all just middle-aged 50-year-old men now, and it's like, this is just kind of sad. What are you doing? Anyways, we're not talking about Super Troopers
Well,
anything. Mutiny, 2
2
out
out
of
of 5.
5.
And that wraps up Kush's movie review. And now I feel right. I'm gonna let you know why because I've
Please.
just received a text message informing me of something, and then I looked it up, and it's true. So I'm gonna make the executive decision here. We are for this week going to forego, even though the jingle is a banger. We are gonna forego the feel good story
Oh,
because I've literally just found out whilst we're recording this, and so it feels weird to do a feel good story. Is breaking news. Unfortunately,
this is
one
happening in
of
real time, people.
one of the nicest, most legendary human beings, Miss Dolly Parton, has just sadly passed away at 80 years
Are you
old. Yeah.
Wow.
And so I got that news, and you know what? I don't feel like talking about a stupid feel good story. So, but yeah, I don't know if there's
Okay,
anything
Dolly
you
Parton
want
stories.
to say because her music career is not for everyone because everyone's country, but she transcended all that shit. And it's not to be cliche, but like some of her songs are bangers. 9 to 5, I Will Always Love You. What other ones? Because she was one of those sneaky ones where because my age compared to her prime era, I would hear a lot of songs and be like, "That's a great fucking song," and then be like, "Oh yeah, it's a Dolly Parton cover." What? That Jolene, another classic one, was made huge by the White Stripes when they covered it, and then now everyone's like, "Oh shit, that's Dolly Parton." Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. Spoiler alert, not saying this just because she just passed away, but I think the Dolly Parton song's better. Whitney Houston was a good version, but Dolly Parton's better. Yeah, and I don't know, it feels weird now. Like, but do you have any thoughts on Dolly Parton?
Yeah, this is a knee-jerk reaction. Like, one, I swear I saw a Facebook post about her yesterday, and I should have been more concerned about it, but I just overlooked it. And I was like, she's gonna be fine. Um, but that woman's dead now. Like, she was a pioneer. She was so much. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly because that's such an abstract fucking statement. Um, I don't know Dolly Parton necessarily for her music. I know that she was a musician, but like, yeah, my introduction to her was 9 to 5. And guess what? She was the voluptuous blonde secretary that was being harassed by Dabney Coleman the entire time, and that was funny too. Um, Jesus, she had a TV series briefly on the American Broadcasting Company, ABC, Channel 7. It was a review show. So sometimes they would focus on music, sometimes they would do some sketches. However, in the opening credit scene, they would show this, they would show that, and then a guy with a ladder would just smack her on the ass, and she'd be like, "What? Oh, Mike, you're a funny guy." But that was also the '80s, where you could get away with that, and she would just tolerate that. But again, like just some random ass dude just smacked her on the ass. That would not fly today. Um, yeah, dude, wow, I'm a little taken aback. But yeah, dude, she owns her own theme park or owned her own theme park,
Dollywood.
Dollywood. Yeah, and then
Eh,
guess what? There'd be a 1 second of a conflict or a confrontation or a controversy. We're like, are you paying your workers enough? And they had to put up a sign like, yeah, everyone here makes way over minimum wage. Stupid, leave us alone. That's the broad strokes of that sign. Um, so,
Also,
damn.
funny, bit incredible sense of humor. Whenever I'd see her
Yes.
like
Like,
doing
again,
things, like, whether it be comedy shows or talk shows,
going back to
amazing
that
sense of
ass
humor.
smack scene, she was very loose as far as comedy goes.
And I just saw a fun fact here in this little article I'm reading. She is, I think, the best, obviously, the country female, blah, 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 blah. But she had a #1 Billboard song in the country charts for every decade from the 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, 10s, and even as recent as 2024. What a career.
Absolutely a national treasure.
Yes.
I don't even have to like country music, but absolutely a national treasure.
No, but yeah, she was just one of those people that, like, I could probably, off the top of my head, name, like, for a 60-plus year career, I could probably name 4 songs off the top of my head that I'm familiar with. But at the same point,
I think that
I'm devastated. It's like, fuck, Dolly Parton? I thought she's like Keith Richards. I thought those two were the last people on earth.
one of them wasn't doing enough cocaine, apparently.
There you go.
Dolly Parton, my least favorite Dolly Parton references is when Seth MacFarlane's The Orville, they found a planet that worshipped Dolly Parton. Funny idea in general. But then there was a whole war scene where they were playing 9 to 5 in the background. I was like, I'm enjoying all of this season, but this is the stupidest thing in this season. Like, just imagine the ship just swaying left and right, avoiding missiles and lasers and everything else, but working 9 to 5. Wait. The funniest scene of those references is they're at a local gathering of that same planet, and Jolene is playing on the violin in the background. Super subtle. If you don't know Jolene, you don't know what's happening here. But I'm just like, It works. Trust me. It works. By the way, 3rd season of The Orville, best season of it. There should be a 4th season, but that's always to be determined.
Best Dolly Parton song, 9 to 5, I really enjoyed, was the opening
9 to
of
5.
Deadpool 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Where he's doing the contract killing scene, and he's just going around the world murdering people to 9 to 5. It's a great song.
Sure. I went to the Netherlands for the first time in 2016. If that was 10 years ago now. Went to a local club because that's where all the redheads were for the redhead convention. And guess what? When they weren't playing MC Hammer's You Can't Touch This and Young MC's Bust a Move, for some reason Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 came out. I was like, it's 2016. I don't understand this. But however, that's how universally loved she was, that they were still playing that song in 2016. It wasn't just some random asshole on a jukebox. The DJ was like, time to play 9 to 5. This is it. We're doing it.
So there you go. That was our ad hoc slapdash put together last second. Holy fuck, breaking news. Tribute to Dolly Parton. Legend of the game, legend of life.
100%.
80 years old.
80 years old. So young.
Bless.
Considering everything, so young. However, you just said the national average American lifespan is 76, so...
Well, that was for men.
I guess she did it.
So I'm assuming they live longer. She cracked it. She cracked the code.
She cracked it. Yeah, she surpassed it.
There you go. So shout out to Dolly Parton. We respect you.
Absolutely.
On that note, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, all that bullshit. Follow us at Waffle Box on Twitter. Enjoy wafflebox.com. Kush, you got anything else you want to plug, to talk about before we wrap this shit up?
No. Let's get you back to the office, Mike Fish. Thank you so much.
Woo. Go to it. That's why I'm drinking soda rather than beer. It's like,
I
but
appreciate
anyway.
that too.
Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
That's all, folks.